The mining town of Klerksdorp in the northwest province is a hive of activity ahead of tomorrow's Freedom Day celebrations. The municipality has sprung into action, embarking on a clean-up campaign, patching potholes, etc. President Cyril Ramaphosa will be in the town to lead the 29th Freedom Day celebrations. eNCA's Moloko Moloto is in Klerksdorp, joining us this evening. So, Moloko, lots being done to clean up the town, potholes being sorted out. Just give us a picture of this town, state of service delivery and the challenges that this town faces.
Good evening, Sally Badet. Yes, indeed, the municipal officials seem to be aware that they want to impress the president, because if you look at the road in Mazal Park, the one that is leading specifically towards the stadium, just today they were really busy patching the potholes there. And when you drive around this small town, Sally, the potholes are littered all across. I can just give you one example. The road, the Chris Honey Road, one that is leading you from one of the suburbs into the CBD. If you're driving a small car, even for us who are driving a 4x4 there, you have to slow down. There's absolutely no way you can drive there even by 40 kilometers per hour. That's just the state of the roads here, and that is particularly the internal roads. It is the responsibility of the city of Matlosana local municipality to sort those out. Of course, the authorities here, the executive mayor, saying that, look, this is an ongoing program of patching the potholes. It didn't start now with the president coming to town. But another issue here is the issue of water. People complaining about water and sanitation. Another important issue which people have been complaining about is that just here outside the town of Klerksdorp, there's a multi-billion rand, multifaceted project. And it includes roads, it also includes the RDP houses and the bonded houses, and also civil work to put in sanitation as well, sewer systems there. That project has stalled, all because the project manager or the contractor who's been appointed says that he's not been paid since December last year, and as a result he no longer has the cash flow both to continue with the project, but also to pay the suppliers, to pay the workers, to pay the subcontractors. Now, it has completely stalled, and the municipality is pointing the finger of blame at the provincial government that this is a national government. The Department of Human Settlements would give the provincial government money, and the province will give this money to the municipality, and the municipality will pay the service provider. But there's another important issue here, Salim, that in the municipality of Matlosana, there's a general worker who allegedly received a tender, and up to so far, her company were paid 78 million rand, a contract by the municipality she works for. This work is a sports complex in Kuma Township outside Klerksdorp. It's not complete, and this company or that particular project requires an additional 10 million rand. Let's listen to the Democratic Alliance here, because they are the ones who are saying this is wrong to give a contract to an official who works for the very same municipality.
Initially, as has been alluded to the public, there was a 55 million or roundabout that was budgeted for that project, but that project has so far ballooned to roundabout 70 million. And yes, you're correct, the 10 million is needed over and above the 70 that has already been spent there to complete some of the works on that particular project. And yes, we did support the call for the termination of that particular project. In fact, it was our Municipal Public Accounts Committee that came out and recommended the termination of that particular project. And as the Democratic Alliance, we supported the termination of that particular contractor. But the grounds for the termination were non-compliance with supply chain management, because it was also found that the contractor there is also an employee of the city of Matlosana.
I mean, conflict of interest, much. Lots of questions around this issue. A general worker getting this 78 million sports complex contract. Have you had a chance to ask the mayor these questions?
Oh, yes, absolutely. We have had a chat with the Executive Mayor, James Tswalele, and we asked whether he believes this is in the name of good governance and whether he sees nothing wrong here. And his explanation is that this is a junior official. According to their processes and internal procedures, somebody who is at the general worker level does not need to disclose his or her business interests. And he's also saying that this particular official, when the contract was awarded, she was not a director of this particular company that got the contract. She was only co-opted when this company now got a job. The question, of course, if you talk of issues of procurement, mafia, Sally, and people who throw the javelin, and this is not what we are suggesting that this official did, but it raises questions to say, what was her influence? What was her interest? Who does she know among the officials who are in the supply chain management? This would be her colleagues, and also up to the CFO, up to the accounting officer. Did she have any impact? But the very same owners, directors of this company that got the contract, the question therefore is, what are they giving this woman this contract for? What do they stand to get in return? But an important question also would be that what has the municipality done upon knowing that this particular official is now a director or co-director of the company that got a contract with them, because we know that the municipal committee that deals with issues of finances has had to investigate. But let's listen to the executive mayor responding to those questions.
Look, according to the information that we have, to start with, it's actually misrepresentation to say a contract was given to an employee of the municipality. This particular service provider has got a long time in a construction business. Now, at some point, after them having got the contract, they sold part of the shares to the said official of the municipality. Now, that only happened after they were appointed for that particular stadium. So it's not that from the beginning, when the contract was awarded, was actually being awarded to an employee of the municipality.
Do you see nothing wrong here still?
No, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong. That's why, as the council, when we picked up these changes, we then took a resolution to immediately terminate the contract.
All right, so the President will be arriving tomorrow in Klerksdorp. What can we expect of the Freedom Day celebrations, and why Klerksdorp?
Yeah, well, as to why Klerksdorp, it might be a difficult one for me to answer there, but what we know is that government tends to rotate such national events. But of course, Ali, we are certainly going to hear the President talking to us about the achievements of government since the dawn of democracy in 1994. He certainly is going to be enumerating what the government has done on the side of water, be it housing, just the overall well-being of or service delivery that the government believes that it has provided. But you must also expect this line that we know that more still needs to be done. But it is also happening when the country will be going to the elections next year, Sally. And you might have heard a lot of people saying that next year elections is going to be an election of coalition. Whatever the President will be saying while he is here as the President of the Republic, that doesn't do away with the fact that he remains the ANC President, which is the party that is on a back foot going into that election, possibly knowing that it will likely lose some sort of electoral support. He will certainly, possibly without mentioning the ANC, but he will talk about the successes of the party that he is leading.
Yeah, absolutely. It's hard to believe that tomorrow is 29 years since our first democratic elections. Moloko Moloto, it looks like a very beautiful evening setting in there in Matlusana. Lovely deep red night sky. Go and enjoy it. Thank you so much for bringing us the very latest news from Klerksdorp.